Hey everybody, welcome to NiteLife Exchanges, where we chat about the nightlife and things that are happening in our entertainment world here in cabaret and piano bars. I can't do this myself. I have our co-host this evening, Tony Javid. Please, Tony, come on.
Coming on. Here I
He
am.
is. There he is. So, hey Tony, what
Hey,
a busy week. We're keeping ourselves going here, huh?
yeah. You're always in a. Yeah, you're actually in the same place. Two
I'm in the
interviews in a
same
row.
place.
That's exciting.
Yes, the sun is not setting now, so I'm in lockdown now with a little bit of better light, hopefully, and all of that. So, I just wanted to do, I know we're not getting paid to do any advertising on
So
Nightlife
sad.
Exchange, but the gentleman that wrote this book, he's given us all of us so much by just having been him
Hmm.
because he helped build he built it from the bottom up he put the foundation in and then he added so much on top to make the world the way that it is now, which is so much better. So I've got this. It's Leading Lady, Charles Bush's book, and I'm getting through it little by little, and it is fascinating because who knew? I mean, I knew, but I didn't know that much.
You don't
And
know until you know. And what I do know is
no,
anybody who I've heard who has been reading the book has been enjoying it immensely. So
yes, and you can get it on, like wherever you can get a book. Now, if you don't know where to get a book, or look, bookstore, you can Google bookstore near me and probably find it there. Or you can get it right from Amazon.
it
Amazon sent that book right to me, and I had it in 2 days.
it's out there for people, Scott. All they have to do is ask. It's a
Yes, it
great
is.
thing. One of the nice things about living in the 21st century.
Ah, Tony, here we are in the 21st century.
Exactly.
I stopped already. I was doing 20th for a long time. It took me forever to get into the proper 21st.
But you
So
made it.
there was a big wedding this weekend, Tony, um,
Yes,
out
there
in
was.
Pennsylvania. Yeah. So Ryan Patrick Smith married Sarah Conkle, and they're not in this photo at all, but all of the people in this photo, there's so much talent in this photo. They're all, Ellen Stardust staff, all Stardusters, and it's come into Stardust Diner. It's my day job, folks, and we have an incredible team of people singing there.
It's
So
an experience. If you have not done it, then you,
yeah,
you got to do it at least once.
you want to come in and you don't want to, and you want to have the VIP experience. If you know how to reach me, all you have to do is get in touch with me, and I will make sure that you have a good time. So there's the self promotion for today, Tony. You have anything else to say before we bring on our guest?
I've got nothing to say because I'm just excited to get to our guest. What can I
Okay.
tell you?
So we're welcoming to Nightlife Exchanges. She's a dear friend. I've known a lot of people for a long time, but boy, I know Marieann for a good time. And I want to say long, but she looks too good to be used the word long with. I've known her for a while, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen,
First spell.
we're going to bring on a little video so you get an idea of what she's up to and how well she's doing. And then we're going to start the interview with her. So I'll bring that video up, Tony.
Enjoy.
Put your hands together for the incredible Marieann Meringolo.
There are chicks just right for some kissing, and I mean to kiss me a few. Oh, those chicks don't know what they're missing. I've got a lot of living to do. You better have a little fun. You ain't gonna live forever. So while you're young and gay, still okay, have your little fun, hun. Have your little fun, son. You won't fall on your bum, hun. We'll have a ton of fun, hun. We've only just begun and have a little fun. Each show is going to be a little different. Each show has a special guest. I love that face. It just isn't fair. You must forgive the way that I stare. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Every time.
Nice and easy does it. So happy to have you here, Marieann Meringolo. What a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here, Scott.
And
I'm really honored. Thanks.
very proud of the all of the stuff that you've done and the direction that you've got everything going, and the fact that you have an extended run, a residency at one of the really one of the best new clubs in town, which is Chelsea Table and Stage. You are appearing there on a regular basis, and you brought all of this material and guests and all of that to that venue. So the show that you're working on is a lot of living to do, and you're clearly doing it. So tell us a little bit about how you got interested and got into Chelsea Table and Stage and got up on that stage, and a little bit about the musicians that you're working with as well.
Well, let me think how I actually got into Chelsea Table and Stage and this concept. I think I performed there once before I started doing this residency a year prior. And oh, actually, I know it was Barbra Streisand's birthday. I remember that now. And and I was doing my Alan and Marilyn Bergman show. And then I hadn't done anything for a while. And I thought, it would be nice to have something on a regular basis where I can perform not just one show every now and then. And I had been doing some out of town stuff, but I wanted something in New York City. And I loved the club when I was there the first time. And so I reached out to them and they said yes. And yeah, so it was very exciting. We started out with doing 3 months, then we extended another 3 months. Yeah. And now we've extended another 3 months. So.
They know a good thing. They know a good thing. I saw you in September. Was it, I think, September with Karen Mason was your guest?
Actually, that was August.
In August, okay.
Yeah.
And, September, I wasn't able to make it. No, September, I was traveling. I was in Greece.
Yeah.
But I would have been there for Karen Oberlin, another great guest. And you have another really good guest coming up now for your October 20th date. You have Natalie Douglas joining you. Mm-hmm. So you get some incredible guests joining you in an incredible space with really good food. And Marieann, it's sometimes good food and good music, they don't happen in the same place.
That's true.
But at this Chelsea Table and Stage, it's really working out well. So tell me a little bit about putting the band together, the three musicians behind you. You have some of the best.
Oh, I do. Amazing. So my pianist, my musical director, Doyle Newmeyer, he and I have been working together in October. This month will be 24 years. I can't believe it. I've been saying in the show 23 years. Now I get to say 24. We met way back when at Unity Church of New York, where I'd go to sing there. And he was the musical director for Unity. And at the time, I had been working with, back then, Daryl Kojak as my musical director. And I started getting work. And he was busy. He couldn't always do jobs with me. And Doyle and I just started working together. He was available to pick up those dates. And he and I just hit it off. And we had a special connection, a magical connection. And yeah, so that's how that happened. And Brian also was from Unity, the drummer, Brian Woodruff, my drummer. And Boots Mallison came about when I had a regular gig at the Marriott Marquis. I don't know if you remember this. This was back in 2003, 2002, 3, 4, like that. And I was putting together a trio for that. And I reached out to Boots Mallison, and from then on, he's been my bass player. So, yeah, they're phenomenal. And what I love about it is that we just get each other. I feel like I could be on stage and we breathe together, you know, and if that to me is such a gift to, I don't have to think about anything. I know they have me, you know, and yeah, it's pretty special.
Well,
It
and
is.
you deliver the way. I mean, just that clip alone. I mean, it's obviously it's a match made in heaven. I mean, I just have to say, crystal clear voice, and then I mean, every lyric impeccable, impeccable. So I mean,
Thank you. Thank
You
it's
know
you.
what?
delightful.
I've
Thank
been
you.
watching you for years, and
Hmm.
I've enjoyed you for years, and you are at the top of your form. I mean,
Oh,
you've really,
thank
I
you.
mean, you've worked hard at it. And I thought, I mean, one of my favorite shows that I ever saw in cabaret period was your Johnny Mathis show, and I
Oh,
absolutely
wow.
remember the show in my head and moments of it and all. But not talking too
Thank
much
you.
about the past. Let's talk about the future. So
Hmm.
you have the date coming up. It's October 20th. And
Hmm.
you have Natalie Douglas joining you, and then actually you have a date in November already, the 17th, because this is
Hmm.
continuing. And you have another one of the best guests you can get. Gabrielle Stravelli is going to be joining you. So
Amazing. Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
people, make your reservations because the shows are selling out. The word is getting out there, and I came with a newbie. I brought a newbie. We used to call them newbies when they never experienced it before, and you would bring them. This is Gabriella Saramago, and I brought her with me in
Hmm.
August, and I'm going to be there with some other kids, the youngins
Oh,
that don't know, that have no idea, that just to get them in there to introduce them to what it
The
can
real
really be.
deal.
Yeah, this is the real deal.
yeah.
So
Wow.
I did
That's
I did
great.
do a review of the show. And Tony, you want to just put that quote up because it's the truth.
Read it
And
and weep
Mm.
uh-huh. And somehow
with joy.
we got to keep spreading the word because we've got to make sure that we get
Thank
bodies
you.
in there and keep it building and getting out there because you're literally one of the best at what you really are one of the best at what you're doing, and I really appreciate that. You have a holiday show as well, I guess, in December. Tell us a little bit about that because got to make
Y-
plans early.
Exactly. The show is called In the Spirit, and this will be it's an annual holiday show that I do. So this is the 17th year that I'm doing it, and with the same band, the same guys. So that's pretty
Amazing.
special. So we feel like it's old home week when we come together, getting ready for the holiday show. And each year, I change it up a little bit. There are the staples that I love of the holiday songs that we do, but I always learn something new for the new show. So when people come, it's not just the same exact show.
Right.
Yeah, and another exciting thing that's happening this year for this holiday show is I've just recorded a title song for the show. The single is called "In the Spirit" as well, because I always wanted a song that was a single from the show, and finally had the opportunity to do that. Wrote a song with Jeff Franzel and Tom Kimmel, and just recorded it. I'm actually going to be mastering it this Friday, and we're going to
So
be
exciting.
releasing it for the holidays. And I cannot wait for everyone to hear the song. It is so beautiful, and it's very exciting.
Something to look forward
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what? I mean, we have our staples. We all know the songs that we know. But when something new comes out, or really something good comes out, and it's new for
Hmm.
the holidays, it's so much appreciated because
Yeah.
you want to hear that something new. Doesn't happen often, but I know
Hmm.
without hearing it, I am so sure that this is going to be
Well, traditions are meant to be added to,
Yeah,
right? They
yeah,
don't. It's
that's
not just
true.
static. They grow and expand over time. So thanks
yeah.
for
Yeah.
adding to it.
And of course,
Thank you.
Marieann is from Long Island, grew up on Long
Hmm.
Island, and has similar to me an Italian background. So the holidays are. We know we pull out the stops for the
Very
holidays.
important. Christmas Eve is like the biggest holiday of the year for me. It's
You
my
do all of
favorite
the,
meal,
yeah.
and yeah, I love
You do
Christmas
the
Eve.
fishes.
Yeah, the seven
Do the
fish.
fishes. Yeah, yeah. My it's Traditionally, it's been at my parents' house, and last year, for the first year, my sister took over the holiday for my parents, and she loves it. My sister's like a little Martha Stewart, so she loves it, and she's an amazing cook, so can't wait. And yeah, so we all get together for that, and it's pretty special.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So the themes, like the themes that you've come up with already, because you're changing
Hmm.
the show each time.
Yeah.
So what do you have planned? Like for this coming one on the 20th, it's music that give me an idea, give the audience the idea of this show that's coming up, what the music is going to entail.
Well, this show, so it's favorites of mine. Well, let me just tell you this. It's not completely set in stone yet, so I'll give you an
Okay.
idea of what it might
You're
be.
always
Yeah.
working.
Good.
Yeah, because I'm getting together with my musical director Doyle Newmeyer tomorrow night. So yeah. So I've been taking some favorites from the past and adding them into the show, and I've learned some new songs for the show from Broadway world, from a little bit of the jazz world, original world. So it's an eclectic mix of music, but I like to weave it into little vignettes throughout the evening to make it cohesive, so it all fits together. But the reason I wanted to do this show too, and have a special guest, is because of all we've been through with the pandemic. And I call the show A Lot of Living to Do, because I felt like it's time for us to get out there again and have fun. And so I wanted it to be a show that people walk out of there just feeling great. And but I also love doing my heavy ballads too, so some of the shows have a uh, one of my new favorite songs that I've learned recently, that is called Jar of Hearts, which will probably be in this coming show. I pair it together. I start with beautiful Billy Joel song, um, going blank. Oh my goodness, I'm going blank on the title of it. They say that these are not the best of times, but they're the only times I've ever known. And that kind of sets off the story. And then I go into a Janice Ian song. And that's kind of like the first song kind of sets up almost like a question. And you choose between being grateful or euphoria or sadness. And then this next song tells a story about someone who just went through like a horrible breakup and how to figure that out. And then Jar of Hearts kind of like sums it all up, where this person is trying to take advantage, and then you just decide, that's it, I'm going to live my life. And so it has a really powerful message. So I love those three songs together. So I think they'll be in the show this time.
I love the fact
And
Sounds like a
such
medley
a
made in heaven.
yeah,
creating. The other thing that's great about you is that you're so generous with the people that are your guests.
yeah, I'm
That I was
excited about
there, and you're in the moment with them, and you're in the moment. You know what? You're in the moment the whole time, because you're communicating with the audience. There's no wall. You're not singing for your own head. You're singing to
Mhm.
people, which is great, because that's how you win the audience. And you are really just going right out there and living in the moment. And so the night that I was there, you all had a good time, because one of the people, Tony, one of the people in the audience got up right as Karen Mason was getting ready to sing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the way that Chelsea Table and Stage is set up is the stairway goes right behind where the performance takes place.
Uh-huh.
So literally we're making a grand, as opposed to entrance,
Right. A grand exit.
and both Karen noticed it, and Marieann noticed it, and they just made it a part of what was happening. The guest had no clue. They just kept
Yeah.
moving. But
Well,
you're in that
it
moment.
was priceless. It was priceless.
That's the stuff that makes it priceless.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's what we live for. It's
Yeah.
the real. That's what it's all about. The truthful moments, the immediate moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
And
have to
so
tell you though, having a guest in each show has been something I've never done before. And that's been pretty exciting. At first, I have to tell you, I was nervous about it. First, you don't know if people are going to say yes.
Right.
And so far, everyone I've asked has been available and wanted to do it, and so much fun. And it's, we're in this cabaret world where we see each other at different shows, and it's given me an opportunity to become friends with like these singers and people I've known. And I felt like they were friends and friendly, but now we have a special connection.
Yeah.
And that's been fun. And it's just been so great to sing with them and do these duets. And yeah,
And talent attracts talent,
yeah.
or so they
I
say.
saw you the
So,
other night. So just the other night we were at a show, and there you were. Yeah, you've been very supportive. You're going out to see other shows, so it's
Yeah.
nice to get to see you as well as we get back into this world of going out and supporting each other.
Yeah, and what the pandemic also brought to light to me is that I want to be more supportive to other people too, and it made me realize how important it is to be out there and to be grateful that we have this platform to perform in, but yet to be an audience member too. And you don't get that anywhere else. We're so lucky to be in New York City and see this talent that's out there and to support each other. And it really is very, very great. It's just awesome.
and it
Before
only makes you I think it only makes you a better performer too. Being in more
Yeah,
audience, being on stage more, and being in front of the
yeah.
stage, it all adds up.
Um,
absolutely.
Before we go, I did want to mention, because outside of New York, you have been traveling
Hmm.
over the last year or whatever, having the gigs and getting up and building audience, whatever. So Provincetown, out on
Hmm.
Cape Cod, is it October 12th, Women's
October
Week?
12th, Women's Week.
You'll be at the post office, is that
I'll
right?
be at the post office, yeah, and I'll
Well,
be doing a version of A Lot of Living to Do, minus the special guest, but and it'll just be Doyle and I, so my pianist, not the full trio, but it's going to be special too. That place is magical. Have you both been there?
Oh yeah,
It
and it is.
it
It's magical.
yeah,
yeah.
and
The end
And
of
they
the earth. It's historic. And so eclectic, and everyone's got a. Most people have a big old smile on their face. So what's
yeah,
not to like?
and the
yeah,
post office
exactly.
that's a special delivery for sure. Up at the So, all right. So listen, everybody, get to see Marieann Meringolo as soon as possible at Chelsea Table and Stage. Go to her website, I guess, too, and look and see where else, if she's got other gigs coming up. And keep an eye open for that Christmas tune that is coming out in, when is that coming out? When are you releasing that? You have this exact date yet?
In November, it'll be released. I don't have the exact date, but I will be sure to let people know.
All right.
Play it at
Thank you
Thanksgiving
so
dinner if
much.
it's released on time.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's the plan.
Thank you
So
so much for joining us today.
thank you for
Thank
having me. I'm so grateful. Thank you guys. Thank you so
Keep up
much.
the great work. Give us more to
I'll
see.
see you at the next
Okay.
show.
All right. Mwah. Bye, guys.
Bye now.
Bye bye now.